And I'm gonna have to stop recording in a second because there's a naked man jogging towards me.
In March of 2024, I was desperate for a winter escape, so my best friend and occasional bodyguard Andreas and I booked a week at an all-inclusive resort on the Spanish island of Fuerteventura. Yes, the windy paradise off the coast of Africa. Getting there was interesting as I ended up flying with Morro, which is an airline that I had never heard of up until that point. Check out last week's video for a full review of the highs and lows of that experience. When we arrived at the Fuerteventura Princess Resort, we quickly changed into our sporty clothes to hit some tennis balls in the shadow of Mount Aguda, had a nice dinner, and actually went to bed kind of early, looking forward to a sunny walk along the beach in the morning. But when we woke up, it was raining? You heard that right, on an island known for its relentless sunshine. Aren't we lucky that we got to experience that? So what do you do on a cloudy day at a fancy all-inclusive resort? Do you go to the spa for a massage? No. Do you go to the gym and get pumped? Nope. You climb up Mount Aguda, apparently.
From down here, it looks so tropical because at the resort they have all these trees planted to make it look tropical, but once we get up a little bit higher, you'll see it's really just a desert around here. We don't exactly know the way to the mountain, but we are just gonna leave the hotel and turn left because that's the direction that it is. What could go wrong? In that area, it's all foggy and mysterious. There's probably dinosaurs flying around there right now. From down here, of course, it looks high, and I'm sure you know, it's not going to be like super easy to get up there, but it doesn't look like an impossible goal still yet. I'm wondering how I'm going to feel when I get up to the top, if we get up to the top. You think we're going to make it to the top?
Sure, I will.
We'll see. We just came through there, no free hugs. And there's a small little fenced in area here. And this is the way that we're going up now. You can see this is not tropical. It's sandy and rocky and kind of like Mars, I guess. Like I said, not sure if this is the right way. This is the way we're going. You can see down here, we passed, there's like a little gully, and then the path in front of me splits and it only goes a little bit further along the fence, and we're going up. All right, the path takes a dramatic turn to the right, and it looks like it basically goes straight up the mountain here.
And now it's time for geology. Like the Hawaiian Islands, that I think a lot more of you are familiar with, the Canary Islands were formed by volcanic eruptions a long time ago. Unlike the lush greenery of the Hawaiian Islands, Fuerteventura proudly boasts rocks and sand. The last volcanic eruption on Fuerteventura was thousands of years ago, but back in 2021, the neighboring island of La Palma had a pretty big one. By the way, if you enjoy these hiking videos, I also hiked on La Palma in 2021, not knowing it was about to explode a few months later. The link is in the description.
Shouldn't have eaten all those French fries. I don't think we're even halfway up, and it's getting very difficult. It's getting really windy. My legs are getting shaky. It feels like a really good workout, you know, like with my goal of trying to be really active this week, maybe burn off a couple of these winter pounds. Feels good, but it's interesting to like, I don't know if you know this, but when you're doing something like this, your brain just kind of flips over and you get into a zone where you're not thinking about anything else other than like one foot in front of the other, breathe in, breathe out. It's interesting, and I enjoy being pushed to get into that zone. Can you relate? Hi there, little buddy. I'm sorry. I have nothing for you to eat. I only have water. There must be a whole colony of them up here. I can't imagine that it's just like made it up here all on its own. Okay, surprisingly enough, this is actually the highest point. We thought that we were going to get up to where this thing was, and then it's going to go up more, and like this part of the mountain was just hiding the rest of it. But this is the top.
And there is apparently an all-inclusive resort for chipmunks up there somewhere too, because there were plenty of them. From the top, you can really see some of the volcanic shapes on the island, and because there are so few trees or green stuff, it really looks like a different planet, doesn't it? You could definitely film some kind of outer space movie here. Down there in the valley is the city of Morro Jable, which is a popular beach destination with a well-known lighthouse. That's also where the chipmunks go out to party at night. And take a look to the left here. Do you see that tiny path disappearing down the other side of the mountain? That's how we got back down, and
It's really windy on this side.
Geology round 2. Are there any scientists in the audience who can explain to me why some of the rocks on this mountain are so dark and treacherous, like they're auditioning for the villain role in a movie about rocks? And then there are some that are like lighter and smoother. Is it because they have a different age, or are some of these volcanic rocks and some of these not volcanic rocks? Somebody explain this to me.
We walked all the way up there, down there, up there, and then all the way down here. Now we're back down like on the, I want to say mainland, but of course we never left land. It was an interesting journey, and I think we're going to walk down to the beach now, because we came down the other side of the mountain, walk all the way down to the beach, walk home from there. What a day.
Now take a look at this stretch of coastline. Notice how rugged and untouched it is. There are miles and miles of beach on this island, and although there are also many resorts, most of the coastline is natural and not perfectly manicured. And Fuerteventura is only 61 miles from the coast of Africa, and most of the sand on the beaches on the east side of the island is reportedly just blown over from the Sahara Desert. Do you think the sand grains get frequent flyer miles? Not all the beaches are as rocky as this stretch, just so you know, and I did manage to go out in the ocean without water shoes, and I did not slice open my foot. There is another thing that makes Fuerteventura very special, and that is the presence of naturists.
It's actually a much longer walk back on the beach than I expected. And I'm gonna have to stop recording in a second because there's a naked man jogging towards me. This part of the beach and many beaches in the Canary Islands are very open to clothing optional, topless, here as well. Oh, okay, I gotta stop. The end is in sight. This is our resort. Just have to figure out how to get back inside. Do you have your card? Mine's somewhere deep in my bag. Ew. Cold? Very nice to be able to wash your feet off when you come back from the beach.
Shout out to Andreas for dragging me up this mountain while I was still half asleep. Who needs a gym when you can just climb a volcano, right? In the next video, I want to show you all around our room at this 4-star resort and tell you about some of the things I liked about it, as well as a few things that I definitely did not like. I'll be showing you more around the resort and talking about what it was like staying here compared to being on a cruise ship, and sometime soon, I'm gonna have to tell you the story of this picture, which was taken on Fuerteventura many years ago. Yes, that's me. And I find it hard to believe myself looking at it right now, but that's really me, and it's a story for another day, so make sure you're subscribed and check back soon.